Hello everyone, it is Luna Games. It has been a very long time since I've made a video, but I was actually inspired by Mystic Ryan, who recently made a video about some of his physical games. With everything going on with PlayStation right now and deciding to stop disc production in 2028. Crazy work. I'm very not happy about this as I really, not many people are. There are a few weird defenders of this move from PlayStation, but the general consensus that this is a bad thing, and I'm one of those people that thinks it's a bad thing. I do play some digital games, but I definitely prefer physical, especially when it's a game that I really like. So it's really disappointing for so many reasons, and that's why I wanted to make this video. To kind of connect with and show off some of my physical collection, what it means to me, yeah, all that stuff. It's very disappointing as, there are a lot of physical collectors out there, and I don't consider myself to be, a hardcore physical collector. Like I said, I do buy digital games, but I definitely prefer physical when I can, and it's sentimental, and I feel like it's just a lost art now. And we've kind of seen it throughout the years, as I was getting some games together to put together this video, it's they used to come with the instruction manual and goodies, and now it's just here's the cartridge, here's the disc. There's no fun extra stuff unless you get a collector's edition, and even then it's different. No one's just doing it for the fun whimsy part of it anymore. It's you have to pay $100 and something just to have a little extra thing. Anyway, so I thought I'd make this video showing off some fun stuff. So, where to begin? So, you know what? Let's start here. This is my childhood copy of Kingdom Hearts 2, and you can kind of tell because she's in rough condition. The front isn't so bad, but I do think that this is taped on. But the back, you can see there's she's dented, she's not in good shape. But, I obviously really love this. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game of all time. This is my childhood copy. I do kind of want to get a new copy that's just, in better condition, but I would never get rid of this one. Again, when you see the inside, you can also tell that, she's, where is it? Right here. She's not in good shape. I also don't have the instruction manual, which I'm really sad about, but I've probably said this at some point, on the podcast or on my channel somewhere, that when I was a kid, I would, take video game instruction manuals to school for, silent reading, and I was obsessed with Kingdom Hearts, so I brought the Kingdom Hearts 2 instruction manual to school, and I don't know if someone stole it or if I lost it. I always thought someone stole it for some reason, but, looking back, I'm why would anyone care that much about my Kingdom Hearts 2 instruction manual to steal it? I don't know. But I don't have it, and that still, kind of upsets me to this day. So that's another reason why I want to get another copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 at some point. So yeah, I don't have the instruction manual, which is very unfortunate. And also this disc is you're not going to be able to tell on camera, I don't think, but she is also, not in good shape at all. I have a core memory for some reason of I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on my PS2. I don't know, it was 12 or something, and I said, she's scratched to shit. And it was in Hollow Bastion, the Maleficent, there's not a Maleficent fight, but there's a cutscene in Hollow Bastion with Maleficent, and the whole thing just glitched out, and it was stopped, it was just stuck kind of in the cutscene, but it wasn't paused. I think Goofy was moving in the background or something. It was a really weird glitch. So yeah, that's another reason I have to get another copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PS2 at some point, because she barely works. It's kind of a gamble where she's gonna skip and start and pause and everything. So yeah, this is my baby girl. Most of my PlayStation 2 games are in my basement. That's where that part of my collection is, but this one stays upstairs because I'm one of those people where it's well, what if my house burns on fire, and I have to start throwing my prized possessions out the window, so that's why she's in my bedroom. Because if my house, God forbid, is ever on fire, this is coming with me. So yeah. Moving on from that, I do also have my PS2 copy of the first Kingdom Hearts game. This is in better shape. This is in better shape for sure. She is still a bit, like, dirty on the outside. But I love her. And this, I do have the instruction manual for this one. But, like, she's in rough shape. So, like, this is the outer part. And, like, because again, I took the instruction manuals to school. That was, like, my thing. And it was, like, I would read them. And so it's falling apart. I wouldn't mind getting another, copy. It's so funny, the ads that would be in these. Because, like, they have an ad for, like, a Disney Channel-esque CD. It's just cute, you know? And they'd have... What I always liked in the instruction manuals was the part where it would be, like, the characters. And again, this is, like, so bad. I wouldn't mind getting another copy of Kingdom Hearts. I think I might... If I were to get another copy of Kingdom Hearts, I think I would want the Final Mix version. Like, the Japanese Final Mix version. I think that'd be really cool. Kingdom Hearts 2 will just, like... I'll just take the instruction manual, you guys. But I think that'd be really... Let's go with a more recent one. So, Silent Hill F. I just played this. I absolutely fucking loved it. If you did not see me all over Twitter and Blue Sky and everything, I adore Silent Hill F. It is so fucking good. But anyway, so I got the physical version of this, and when I went to open it to play the game, I was shocked. I was like, oh, there's something in here. And it came with a little poster. I'm assuming it's just kind of like those day one bonus type things, but I was so excited. And it is like a lost art to have just something in the box that isn't just the disc or the cartridge. And I was so excited over this. I don't know if I want to hang it up or just kind of like keep it around, because I do have some Silent Hill artwork in my room that I really love. Let's see, I haven't decided yet. I thought that was super cool. No, I'm also just noticing that this has reversible box art. So the disc isn't in here right now because it's in my PS5. But it has reversible disc art that I'm literally just noticing, which I also really love. So it's nice when these things still happen sometimes. It's pretty rare, but I wanted to share that. What next? So next, let's get into the 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors collection. So we'll start off with my original copy of 999. So I got this at an EB Games store when I would have been, I'm gonna guess around 13, because I was like getting into Danganronpa. It was like that era, and I was like, I'd heard of 999 because it's also published by Spike Chunsoft. And I was trying to get like more Danganronpa-esque games at the time. And so I got this used at an EB Games. It's probably like $30, $40. I don't remember. And who knew? I didn't know that this would change my life so much. My second favorite game of all time. You know, if it wasn't for Kingdom Hearts 2's incredible gameplay, like, they would be so tied. But where there's like escape room puzzles, it's not as much gameplay-wise my thing. But like story-wise, oh my god, one of my favorite games of all time. And my cat is scratching at the door again, so I apologize again if you can hear that. Yeah, so again, the cartridge isn't in here because I have like all my DS cartridges in their own little bag. But again, we used to have instruction manuals, and so you're probably thinking, what is up with the 999 collection? I have 3 copies of it. So like I said, this is my original, and this is the reprint that they did. So they did a reprint of 999 once the sequel VLR came out. And so, like it says here, Volume 1, Zero Escape. Because this was the reprint, and when it first came out, it wasn't a series. So when they did the reprint, it was like, oh, this is the first game in the series. So I really like this box art. It was my favorite for a long time. I don't know. I like all of them now, but it might still be my favorite. I think it's just so vibey. So the next 999 I have is the Japanese version. This was the first, this was the first Japanese game that I got. I have a couple now, but I mean, it's really just for show, right? Like, I'm not gonna play the game Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. I don't know the language. I've tried to learn it a couple times, but anyway. But, you know, it got some different stuff going on in the box, and I think, yeah, I do have the game in here, because, like I said, I'm not gonna play it. But even, like, the instruction manual, like, it looks different, and there's this little, like, card. Well, there's also an old Club Nintendo thing. I loved Club Nintendo. But yeah, I really, really love 999. And so this was pretty affordable on eBay. I think I got it a few years ago. And I didn't break the bank for it, which was pretty nice. I want to say it might have been like 50, 60 bucks, which pretty good. And also, I'm talking Canadian prices, okay? I feel like I have to preface that for like any time I talk about pricing that I am Canadian. So yeah. And then this is my baby. So this is, again, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. This is the first print, the first copy of it. So it has different box art. This was the original release in North America. And I love it. It has different box art, as you can see. And this is also sealed. So I did pay hefty price for this. Not hefty. I mean, it depends on what you consider to be a hefty price. I think I paid maybe $120 Canadian. Which, like, for a sealed DS game, like, it probably goes for a lot more now, because, like, this was years ago. But, again, I love 999, and so, like, I don't have them up right now, but, like, here's a lot of my DS games. And, oh, there's a Kane. And I usually just have them, like, in a little pyramid stacked up here, but I figured I would take them off to show you for the video. Okay, so another game I really love is Final Fantasy VII. I played Final Fantasy VII when I was like 12, 13. And I played like the PC port of it. I bought it on PSN. I played it on like PSP, PS3, PS4. And it wasn't actually until this year, this was just a couple months ago, that a local video game store got in a copy of the original Final Fantasy VII, and I was like, I'm gonna buy you. So it was about 60 bucks Canadian, and I mean, she is in like pristine condition, and I really love when I get like a PS1 game and it is in such good condition, because it's like, I mean, I as a child treated my games so bad. But, like, some people take care of their games, and so you see these games that have existed for, like, 30 years. And, you know, the box is in great shape. Like, everything is there. The discs work. Like, it's crazy. So, like, Final Fantasy VII obviously has a bunch of discs. Oh, the instruction manual is, like, falling out there. But, come on. Yeah, you got all the discs there, and they are, like, and so, you know, again, a really cool collection piece, because, like, I love Final Fantasy VII, another one of my favorite games of all time, but I didn't have a physical copy of it until very recently, and so that was very exciting for me, and, like, it just makes me happy. It makes me happy, and it makes me happy to be able to, like, hold one of my favorite games of all time. So again, like, these are the things that we're gonna be missing out on, and, like, so again, this is another thing that really pisses me off about this whole no more physical games, is that what I'm assuming and what is expected is that there are still going to be like the physical boxes, but they're going to be code in box, which I have a lot of issues with. Not just for the fact that there's no true physical part of it, where it's like, okay, you can just insert it and play it, you don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need an account, whatever. It's not just that part of it, but also like the environmental impact of that. So, you know, we're producing these plastic shitty boxes that is going to contribute so much waste to the environment, and you're not even getting like a physical game with it. Like, at that point, just even the environmental impact wouldn't even be as bad as, you know how some Nintendo games will do kind of like gift cards for like codes. Like, just do that. Don't do this whole fucking box with a code in it. The whole thing pisses me off. And, like, back to Final Fantasy VII. So, potentially the last Final Fantasy physical game on PlayStation could be Final Fantasy VII Revelations, which is fucking nuts. It's kind of full circle in that, you know, this was the first Final Fantasy on disc on PlayStation. And I'm glad that we do know that we're getting it next year. Because, like, there are some games that I'm really worried about, because I really want to get a physical edition. So, like, Kingdom Hearts 4, I really, really want to play on PS5. I want to have a physical version of it, but I'm worried it's not going to hit the 2027 release date, and it's either, you know, do I get a physical copy on Switch, which would probably just be a game key card, or do I get like a digital version, PS5? Like, no, I want these games. I want to physically be able to hold them and to know that they're not just gonna go away. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful. Just like options. Like I said, I play some digital games, and that's fine. A lot of the times, I can get, you know, games on a Steam sale for like $4. Like, it's fucking great. And especially for indies, like, a lot of the times there isn't even a physical alternative, or the physical alternative is like $50, whereas, you know, to buy it on Steam, it's like $5. And so there's all these layers to it, but at the end of the day, I think it's about options. It's just not consumer friendly at all, to take that away from people. I'm not happy. The day that it was announced, I felt like I was gonna be fucking sick. Like, I was so, like, just came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere, like. Anyway. Another PS1 game that I wanted to show off was Crash Team Racing. So I actually got this at the same store that I got Final Fantasy VII at. This new local retro game store opened, and I spend money there. So I did grow up with Crash Team Racing, but again, my childhood copies of games are not good. So I think I just have the disc, which is pretty scratched up, but I didn't have like the case or the manual or anything. But again, this is in like pristine condition, and I'm just like, how do you find PS1 games that are in such great condition? It's so cool to me. Oh shit. The disc just fell out. And I really love how it has like the Spyro thing on the inside, and I actually have Spyro Ripto's Rage up there, which has like Crash Team Racing on the inside. So I remember Crash and Spyro, they were always the thing where it was like you put in like this code in the game, and then you get like the Spyro demo, or if you're playing Spyro, you get the Crash demo. It's so cool, and I miss it all. What to show next? So, okay. Funny story. So this is a pretty niche game. It's Witch's Wish for the DS. You've probably never heard of it, not to be like be hipster, like I'm in like 2010 or something, but you've probably never heard of it. And it's really cute. It's really cute, and I believe, God, I remember getting this when Walmart used to have like kind of like the bargain bins. Like they still have them now, I think, for like DVDs. But they used to have them for like DS games, and I want to say like PS2 games that just like weren't selling. And I want to say I got this for like $5. So I was like, oh, this looks cute. You know, Ma, it's like $10 or $5. Can I get this DS game? And I was like, yeah, of course. And now it is like so expensive because it's a rare game. Because I guess no one was buying it because they were trying to get rid of it back in the day. But now I haven't checked price charting lately, but I want to say it's well over $100 to get complete in box, which I have. I only paid like $5 for it. But it's a really cute game. My copy of it, like, it is legit, but my save, the last time I tried to play it, like, my save got corrupted or something. I don't know, but it is a really cute game. So if you have the means, I would recommend playing it accessibly. Don't pay a lot of money for it. Don't do that. But it's fun if you want to. Anyway, next up, I will show you guys. So I have the Corpse Party Back to School edition. So this is Blood Covered Repeated Fear. It is Corpse Party on the thing, but it's Blood Covered Repeated Fear, and it comes with these little Naomi and Seiko. They're not like dolls. What would they be considered? I guess dolls, but they're just like little figures. Yeah, figures is a better word for it. You can kind of see them in the back there. But I really love Corpse Party. It's really cool to have this. So when I got this, I actually hadn't even played Corpse Party yet, and I didn't play Corpse Party for like at least 5 years after I got this. Not because I didn't want to, like I just didn't get to it. It was that I had tried it when I was like, I don't know, a teenager, and this came out, and it scared me. It scared me so much in that first like 20 minutes that I just couldn't play it, and so I went back to it, I don't know, like 5 years ago, and I really love it. So it's really cool to have this, because I'm just glad I didn't get rid of it, honestly. Because I very well could have sold it. So I didn't think it would be my thing, but now I'm like really into horror. And I have the like proper thing here. And I want to say that you can't just, I mean, obviously you can now, but when this came out, you couldn't like just buy the standard version. I think they only sold it with like this back to school collector stuff. And it also came with a little soundtrack, which is another thing that I really love that games used to do. I have some other examples here. They would just like give you a little soundtrack in like standard editions of games. Again, that wasn't really a standard edition, but that was such a cool thing, and they don't do that anymore. Now it'll be like, if you pre-order, then you can get a code for like a silly costume, which like is fine. But you know what really, really gets on my nerves is if you like digitally pre-order a game, you get to play it like 2 days earlier. Or like you have to pay like a premium to play it 2 days earlier. Like, bitch, I'll wait 2 days and I'll save my $10. What the fuck are we doing? So another example of like games that come with soundtracks is Silent Hill 3. This is again, oh my baby girl. I was so lucky. This was gifted to me. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And actually, like, my first time playing Silent Hill 3, like, this was just a few years ago. Very expensive game, was not going to be able to play it on the original hardware. At least I thought, but then my dear friend gifted this to me, and I'm so grateful. And I love her so much. So, again... So the CD isn't in here right now because it's in my car, but I do have a game in there. And again, we used to have instruction manuals and shit. It was so cool. And they like, there was no extra cost. It was just like a full fucking Silent Hill 3 soundtrack. It just came with the game. That is so cool. We don't do that anymore. Like now we're not even getting the fucking game itself and the like, and I really love Silent Hill 3. And like, I would say if there's any physical game that I want, it is the original Silent Hill on the PlayStation 1, which obviously is very, very expensive, but like, someday she'll be mine. I know it. Shout out to Final Fantasy X too. So, you know what? I think this might have been my first Final Fantasy. Was it this or Final Fantasy VII? You know what I think it was? I think I watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children first. So I was like kind of into Final Fantasy. But I think this was the first Final Fantasy game that I actually played. There was like a market. You know how at the markets they'll have like, there's be these tables full of like, I mean, not old games, but like back then they were old games. They're still old games. Anyway, now it's like Pokemon. Pokemon, whenever I go to markets now, there's like at least 6 tables selling Pokemon cards. It's fucking insane. But anyway, I got Final Fantasy X too. It was $15. $15. Which honestly was maybe overpriced. Anyway, I got Final Fantasy X too, and I remember again, like I was probably like 12 and playing it when I got home, and I remember the title screen music is just so beautiful. Like even as a kid I was like, oh, this like hits. And as a kid, again, with like no knowledge of like Final Fantasy X, I just knew what I knew from like Kingdom Hearts. I thought this was the coolest fucking thing ever. Starting up this game, it's like, what can I do for you? It's like this whole like pop star Yuna moment. It is so cool. I thought it was the coolest thing as a 12-year-old girl. Like, there's, like, these 3 bad bitches, and they're, like, doing music, and then they're, like, fighting enemies. Oh my god. I still love this game. I think it is overhated. But I also feel like people have kind of been coming around to it. Like, I remember back around the time that it came out, and, like, when I first played it, it was very much the thing online to hate it. But I feel some people have kind of... I want to play it again at some point. Like, I'm more interested in replaying this than I am Final Fantasy X, even though I think Final Fantasy X is, like, a masterpiece. I don't know, I feel like there's just something about, like, games like this. Also, shout out to the old demo discs. So, like, not this one, but I had a demo disc when I was a kid, and I played it all the time. They had a Finding Nemo demo, so I would play that all the time. I thought that was cool. And they also had, so what I really liked was there's this game for the PlayStation 2 called Whiplash, and I still haven't played it. I've still only played the demo that was on the demo disc, but it was so cool. It was like these two like rodents, and they're like chained together. And it's like a 3D platformer. It's very like quirky. They're like in a lab, they're trying to escape the lab. I don't fucking know. These are all very vague memories. I do really want to play it at some point. I feel like it's expensive now because it is like more niche, weird 3D platformer. But I do really want to play it at some point because I thought it was so cool. Shout out to Whiplash. If anyone has played that, let me know. um, but yeah, like there used to be demo discs. They used to come in magazines. I don't know where this one came from because I don't. Again, I wasn't buying video game magazines back in like the PS2 era, so I don't know like where were you getting the full disc? Like they even made instruction manuals for the demo discs. Now they don't even do them for games, you guys. Okay, next up. Dance Dance Revolution games. So, if you go to any thrift store, any video game store that sells like retro games, you're going to find so many of these. I love Dance Dance Revolution. As we know, I love DDR. But it is so funny when I go like again to like those tables at markets and there's just like a bunch of DDR games, or anytime that I go to thrift stores in their video game section, it is always there's always like a DDR game. And it's so interesting to me because it was at one point like the biggest thing on earth. DDR was like huge because there's so many copies of it out in the wild. Like it's crazy. And yet no one wants them anymore because no one plays DDR anymore except for me, and I already have all the games, so I don't have any more to buy. But like specifically to the Disney Channel one, I see all the time because even people that do like DDR probably don't like Disney Channel like I do. So there is that. But yeah, I have multiple copies of most DDR games that were on the PS2. I have like 2 copies of this. I think I have 2 copies of Supernova. I think I have 3 copies of Extreme 2. You know what? I think I had 2 copies of this one too, but I think I like traded them in at a game store because again, they're filled. They're filled, and it's basically like I don't think I got any money for it. But DDR games are everywhere. They're everywhere. Next up, I have a Japanese copy of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. Again, I got this at the local retro video game store because, I don't know, he just got it in. I was like, this is super cool. Like, I love Crash Bandicoot. I grew up with Crash Bandicoot. Wrath of Cortex specifically is like one that I really grew up with. That was like my game. Quality aside, I really loved it. And like, I think what's really interesting about this is how different the box art is compared to the Western version, which I do have, but it's a whole thing. There's like no actual cover on it. I have the game and the instruction manual, but not actual like box art. Anyway, but I think this is really cool because like stylistically, Crash Bandicoot is so different in Japan. Like they give him more of an anime style. There's like bigger features. You know, if you look at like my 999 different box arts, like it's still the same style and everything, or you know, even the different like Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts like North American releases, the box arts are pretty similar in style, but I think that the Crash Bandicoot ones are very interesting because of just how different they are. And I don't have the instruction manual, but like even the disc is like very different, I feel like. So I think that's super cool. I am not like actively searching for Japanese versions of games, but like when you just see something like this, like, okay, this is cool, I'm gonna buy it. So next up we have Silent Hill 2. I got this, so I played Silent Hill 2 for the first time 2022 or 2023? I think it was 2023 was the first time I played Silent Hill 2. And I loved it, and so I wanted to get a physical version of it, because again, like, when I really love something, I want to have that physical game with me. And so I paid a fortune for this. Again, I think I paid 160 Canadian, but I'm glad that I got it when I did, because now, like, I thought once the remake came out that the price would go down, but it actually went up. So I think now Silent Hill 2 typically goes for about $200. So I kind of a steal. Kind of a steal now. But I love Silent Hill 2, and it's just really cool to have these games. It's really cool to have games that I really love. Again, like you have the cool instruction manual, disc. It's just so cool. It's so cool. In conclusion, right? Physical games are so cool, and I'm gonna miss them so much. And I really, unfortunately, I don't see PlayStation moving back on things, at least for the PS6 generation. After that, maybe, but I think kind of PS6 stuff is probably set in stone at this point. I don't think that they are going to backtrack on this. And so moving forward, I do think that the way forward is digital rights, digital ownership, and how we do that. As much as I love my beautiful physical games, I do feel like obviously maybe it's not the way of the future as much as I want it to be. I do understand why they're getting rid of this. Purely, they're making more money. It is what it is. I get it. But also, you're burning so many bridges with retailers. I think of VGP specifically because that's where I order my games from. And, there's incredible Canadian retailer that sells video games. They do great work. This is really going to affect businesses like that. And I also, unfortunately, feel like it's going to make all these physical games more expensive. I think that's going to be a big thing where, because physical games, you can't just go into a store and buy them anymore. And, we've already seen this. Retro games have already become more expensive over the past however many years. And I feel like this is just going to make it worse because there's going to be more demand for it because there's none anymore. Like, that's the point that we're going to get at. And it's really frustrating. Really frustrating. So, like, a lot of people are saying if there are any PS4, PS5 games that you do want to own physically, try and get them soon because I do think those prices are going to go up, unfortunately. I know for myself, I'm cheap, so I usually wait to buy a lot of games. But I don't know. Next year, 2027, I think, and again, they have said that there will be, disc production will be continued for, like, reprints for games that have released in 2027 before the 2028 cutoff. But I think you're going to see a lot less of them. And, what retailers are going to continue carrying said games. It's this whole thing. So I would recommend if there are physical games that you still want, especially for PS4, PS5, to get on that. But yeah, it's very frustrating. It's very annoying. I'm annoyed. And it's just, like, again, there's so many memories here. And you can still have a lot of memories with digital games, but, like, the memory of, like, where you got the game or, being there right when the store opened to pick up the game and kind of that social aspect to it, going out, driving, getting the thing. And again, I understand that the convenience factor of it makes people just, I can pre-order it, I can play it at midnight as soon as it comes out. I don't have to talk to anyone. It's great. I get that too. Like, I have so many memories tied to just, like, where I got the games and just that whole process of it that missing now. We're gonna be missing it. Yeah. I think that's about all I have to say. Again, it's been a while. I don't, like, I don't plan on making videos, like, continuously. Like, this was just something I felt like doing. I'm not, like, coming back to YouTube or anything. I'm just kind of doing what I want. So, like, with that being said, there could be a new video in 3 months. There could be a new video in 3 years. There could never be a new video. I don't know. But I do appreciate everyone that is subscribed and that has continued to support me, even though I just kind of, like, do my own thing. I really appreciate it. I hope that some enjoyment from this of me basically just, like, showing off shit. Like, it's a very chill video. I don't know if I have the energy to kind of do more in-depth videos like I used to, but yeah. Anyway, I hope that you all have a great day, and I hope that PlayStation fucking does something, because what the fuck? Even though I don't think they're gonna go back on, like, the physical Like, can you announce better digital ownership rights? Can you like start working on that? That'd be fucking nice. Anyway, bye.